All right, this is Smart here, and I want to welcome you to Tech Immersion Day 10. Day 10. So it has been amazing. We have looked at a lot of things from day one, day two, day three, even till this very moment, and we have been able to explore a lot of technology. We've been able to see a lot of things, we've been able to see from the UI UX angle. We've been able to see from the Django angle, that's back-end engineering. We've been able to see from the front-end angle. We've been able to see animations. We've been able to see animation on scrolls. We've been able to see a whole lot of people as this tech giant has been coming day by day to show us a lot of things regarding what we can begin to create, what we can begin to do, and all that. And even today, we still have someone amidst us this afternoon that's going to be showing us another thing entirely. Probably this part we've not seen it before, although we've seen something related because when Zainab came, she was able to also show us a part of animation where we have the animation of the sun, the clouds, the sun setting and coming up, those animations. You can check from our previous videos, you'll be able to catch that up. And today we have another person amidst us that's going to be showing us another aspect of animation where he will be animating the hero section. And then it's going to be showing us a whole lot of things. And even me, I'm delighted to learn. I'm delighted to see how we want to do it. I'm delighted to see how he's going to achieve this thing with just HTML and CSS without JavaScript at all. Because when we're talking about the subject of JavaScript, we know that with our JavaScript, we can do our loop, all right? We can, we can say run so number of time. So how are we going to incorporate all those things inside of just CSS? So I'm delighted to have him on board this afternoon, and he's going to be showing us a lot of things. Mr. John, can you just say hi?
Hi, good
Yeah.
afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, good afternoon. You are welcome, sir, and we are delighted to have you here this afternoon. All right, so without wasting
Thank you
time,
so much.
just quickly introduce yourself, show us the final output. I think we are already seeing the output, but you can still show us the output again, and then you start. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is John. I will be putting us on how to create animation hero session of a page. Like what we are seeing on our screen here, I'm going to enlarge in to see the final output, and this is what we're going to be designing within the shortest period of time. So this, you can see that this is an animation whereby the text will come, it will slide back. The second text will come in, it will slide back, and then the third text will slide in and it will go back. This is the first text now. It will come in, it will go back, it will go back. Second test will flip in, it will go back, and then the third test will also come and go back. And as I'm looking at this thing, I will see that the images are also animating, also animating. So this is what we're going to be building together within the shortest period of time. So if I want to start now, I'll just go to my HTML file without wasting much of our time because I know we have shortest period of time. I'll go to my HTML file and let me create it as animate. Name my file as animate.html, and then I will bring out my HTML sniper. Let me give you the title of animation, and then looking at what I just showed us now, we see that there are three images that are changing, and then there are three different texts that are changing. And for us to have this kind of thing, those images are housing. There is a particular container housing those three images. So we are going to have a container. Let's name the container an hero session. So we'll create our first div.hero, 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 and then under the div we have three different div. Let's give it. We have three different div, and then under each of our div, we're going to have our text. So I'm going to give my text header one. I'm going to give it H1 and then just give it any text. Tech immersion. I can just give it tech immersion. And then my second text, I can give it anything that I want. I can give it, my name is John. My name is John, and then I'll come to my the third div now and give another text. Okay, take immersion. So I can just give it anything. Let me just put present my presentation, my presentation, my presentation, and for us to be able to like style each of our each of our edge of our text, that is the edge each one in the three different days, then we are going to have another class different class for each so that we'll be able to style it, and then I can give this one a class of one, I'll give the second one a class of two, I'll give my third one a class of three so that I'll be able to touch and style it if I want to style my CSS. So I created my div. Now let me just view it and see what we are doing so far. I've created my dinner. This is tech immersion. My name is John, and then my presentation. Now, I want to begin my style now. I'll go to my, let's note that this is inline styling. I'll go to my CSS file. I will, I'll go to my CSS file, and then this is my default. I'll give it a margin of 0. I'll give it a margin of 0, and I can just give it a box sizing of border box. Box sizing of border box. And then now I want to start my hero section now. Hero section is a class, so it will be dot hero. And then I want to let me just give it a background color so we'll be seeing what we'll be doing. I'm still going to remove this background color later. Let me just give it something that will be more visible to us. Something that will be visible to us. Now, I want to increase the height of my hero. I can just give it the height of, let me give it 80 viewpoint height, and then 80 viewpoint height, yes, and give it a width of 100 viewpoints width, 100 viewpoints width, yes. Now I'm going to give it a position of relative, and then I'll give it a top of 0. I'll give a top of 0. I'll give it a top of 0. I'll give it a left of 0. I'll give it right of 0, and then I will give it a bottom of 0. Bottom of 0, then margin auto, so that all I've been doing so far, I'll give it a margin of auto, margin of auto, margin of auto. Yeah. So now I'll go to my image. I want to style my image, my image section. That's the div tags. I'm going to pick my dot image. I'm going to pick my dot image. Okay. I'm going to give my image a width of fit content, and then the same thing I'm going to give it a height of fit content, and then now I'm giving my hero position of relative. Now my image now I'm going to give it the position of absolute, position of absolute. We're going to see the effect now. We can see that as soon as I give the position of absolute, it comes together, so I'll be able to start. Now the same thing, I'm going to give it a top of 0. I'm going to give it a left of 0, 0. I'm going to give it a right of 0, right of, and then let me first, okay, I'll give it a bottom. Let me give it a bottom of, okay, before I even give it a bottom, let me give it margin so that we see what margin of auto, margin of auto. Okay, we can see the margin of auto. Now I want to bring it down now. I want to bring it down. I want this text to come down now. So it means I'm going to give it a bottom of, let me give it a bottom of minus 700 pixel. We can see now that my has come down now. So now this is where I'm going to begin my style. I begin to pick each of these text so that it will flip in, it will flip out, it will flip in, it will flip out. But before that, I don't want to see this thing. I don't want to see this thing. I don't want to be seeing this thing. So I will go to, I want to hide this so I will not be seeing it. It just be coming and be going. It just come and going. I'm going to go to my hero and give it overflow of hidden. As soon as I give it overflow of hidden, it will, as soon as I give it overflow of hidden, hidden, you will see that this one will disappear. It's still there, but it's just that because I give the overflow of hidden, it disappear. It disappear. So now let me give my image a text align of center. I'm going to give it a text align of center, a text align of center, a text align of center. Yeah. So now I want to begin to style my text now. Okay, let me just pick dot one, and then okay, I can just give my animation name of, I'll give animation name of one, animation name of one, and then I can give animation duration of 25 seconds, 25 seconds. I give animation timing iteration count. I can just give it infinite, infinite, and then my animation timing function is in out, easing out. Then I will give it animation delay of 2 seconds. We are going to see the effects of each of everything we are doing. I'm going to give it animation delay of 2 seconds. So we are going to do the same thing for the two different texts now. So I'll just copy this so as to make my works faster and easier. I'll copy it and paste it underneath and just change the name. So I'll change the name of this ones to two, and this will be also be two, and then I will come the same thing I'm going to do for the third one. I'll change this one to three, and then I'm going to change this one here to three as well. To three, to three. Okay, so I copied it and then I change the name to three. So my this will be animation delay of 2 seconds. Animation delay, not animation delay of 2 seconds. Now I'm going to go to my keyframe now, so I will see the effects of all these things now. I'll go to my keyframe. I'll go to my keyframe at keyframe dot one, okay, and then at 0%, at 0%, my at 0%, my button should be minus 700 pixel. It will remain here, and then at 10%, my button my button should be 0 pixel. 0 pixel, it will come to this place. 0 pixel, 0 pixel, and then at 25%, 25, 25%, it will still remain at 0 pixel. My button should still be 0 pixel. Now, I will now say that at 30%, at 30%, my button should go back to minus 700 pixel, minus 700 pixel. I'm going to see the effects now. So at 0% now. Now at 25% to still remain, at 30% to come down. So I'm going to do the same thing for my second one. I'll copy this and paste it. My this one will remain minus 700 pixel. Okay, I'm going to change the name to two, to my two. Okay, and this will be 700 pixel minus 700 pixel, and this will be 700 pixel. And then I can now change this to I can change this to as when it's at 35%, at 35%, my bottom my bottom should be my bottom should be 0 pixel. Yes, 0 pixel. And then at 50%, 50%, my bottom should be 0 pixel. And then I'm going to say that at 5%, 50%, my bottom be at 55%, my bottom should be 400 pixel. It will go back. So let's see what we have done so far. It will go, then the second text will come. My name it will come back. Yeah. So I'm going to for the third one. That's my dot three. Okay, I'm going to copy it and paste it. I'm going to change the name to three because the animation name is three. And then this will remain minus 700 pixel, minus 700 pixel. This will remain minus 700 pixel, minus 700 pixel. And then I cannot say that at 60%, at 60%, my should be 0 pixel, 0 pixel. And then I can say that at 70%, at 70%, my bottom should still should go my bottom at 70%, my bottom should be 0 pixel, 0 pixel. We're going to see the effect now. Okay. The first text will come in to go, it will go. The second one, my name is John, will come, it will go back. And then the last one, my presentation will go, it will go back. So I'm going to say now at 80%, my bottom should be okay, something is wrong. At 80%, my bottom should be minus 700. So I'm going to effect now. So it will go back. And then my which is my presentation. Presentation, it will come, and then it will go back. So now we have done that for our text. Now we want to effect our image now. I'll go back to my hero session. I'll go back to my hero session. My hero session. Okay. Now I want to. I'll go back to my hero session and give it a background. A background size of. Let me make my background size of cover. But before that, okay, let me just give it background size of cover. Background size of cover. Okay. I will give it animation timing function. Animation timing function is out, is in out, and then animation iteration count. I'll give it infinite, and then I'm going to give it a animation name of image because animation name of image. Okay, so now I will go to my keyframes now. I'll go to my key, but before that, let me give it animation duration of 25 seconds. It must have animation duration of 25 seconds. 25 seconds. Now, I'll go to my keyframes now. This before my dot one styling and bring in my background image at keyframes. Now, the name of my keyframe now is image. Is image. So now I'm going to say that at is image. So I'm going to say that at 0%, at 0%. My background image, my first image will remain my background image of let me just give it. Okay, my image is already in my folder. Can just give it tech1.jpg. Okay, so I'm going to see the effect as we have seen now. We have seen now. So I'm going to say that at 10%, at 10%, my no, I can't make it as let me just give it something bigger. Okay, let me give it 45. Okay, let me give 47%. My background image, my background image will be tech. Okay, now I can just give this one. Let me give it 94%. 94%. My background image will be my third text, which is tech3.jpg. So if you view this thing now, we are going to see that it is. If we view this thing, we are going to see that the background has not covered the entire page. So which means that I'm going to sorry, I'm going to go. Something is wrong in my hero section. My hero section. I'm going to give it a
Instead
back.
of cover, you write size in that your
Yeah,
background size.
that's what to do. That's what to do. I'll get a background size of cover. So it has filled the entire page now. So it has filled the entire page now. So now I'm going to change my text color to white so that I can see to white. Okay, now so let's view our final output now to see what we have done so far. So the first test will come, it will go, and the images are already animating. They're already animating. The second test will come, it will go. The last test will come, and then it will go. So I'll give. I don't want. Okay, I said I was going to change the background, my background image, my background color rather. So I don't use the background color. The reason why I put it there so that you can see what we were doing earlier. I'm going to remove it. Let me just give it a background image. I can just give it my first image URL one. I can just give it tech one.jpg. I'm going to see the effect now. To flip in to flip out. And the images are animating already. And last image will come, it will go. So I want to, it's like my ego section is small. So just increase my viewport. Let me increase it a bit so that it will looks better. I can just increase, so let me give it 90 viewport height. 90 viewport height. Okay, I think it's this way. 90 viewport. So this is our final output now. So it will, the first test will come now. It will go. And as these tests are coming, these are animating. They are animating. So this is the first test, and this is how to build an animation session. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that. I think we have been able to see a lot of things regarding that, and we've been able to see the key things you use while building something like this. That you used your keyframes, yeah, add keyframes to deal with your animation, and you were able to also pay attention to the timing, okay, at 10 seconds, as at 20%, at 50% of the total number of seconds. So at 10% of 25 seconds, show this thing to the user. And I love the way you used your positioning, okay, whereby you were able to position it outside to the overflow of the box. Yeah, I think that is really, really amazing. I think that is amazing. Yeah, that is amazing. All right, thank you very much, sir, for coming around for Tech Immersion Day 10. I think we've been able to see a lot of things now. We've been able to see how we can animate our hero section and then how we can create something. Hero section stand as one of the first thing that people see when they come to your web page. And then that's why most times as developer or as a front-end designer, we pay attention more to that hero section because if it can catch them, if we can already send our message to them, then the rest becomes easy. So the first impression we want to give anybody coming to view our webpage, we want to give them the impression that no, this design is good, this design is the best. And that's why it's very important as developers to pay attention to our hero section. And these are things that we usually add on our hero section so that we can make it really, really captivating. So thank you very much for coming around, Sam. We hope to
Thank you,
have
sir.
you. Yeah, we hope to have you some other time if you won't mind to come again for Tech Immersion, maybe 2.0 or thereabout. So thank you very much for coming around. We really appreciate you. Do have a lovely day, sir.
Thank you, sir.